Nintendo Wii here, welcome back to Let's Play Retro Games. In the lead up to Mega Man 11, I went back and played every single game in the Mega Man series, and I've come up with this definitive list of my top 10 favourite Mega Man Robot Masters. Of course, there was a lot of research involved. So I've taken quite a few things into consideration with this one. The robot's design, the stage that the robot's in and the stage design, the legacy and whether it reappeared in the series, and of course, something that Mega Man is very well known for, the music of the stage as well. So without further ado, here's Robot Master number 10. From Mega Man 1 we have Gutsman, one of the most famous Robot Masters, featuring an iconic design and one of the most challenging stages in the whole of the 8-bit series, with this infuriating platform section, which featured in the amazing song No Sleep Until Clear. Gutsman's reappeared in many entries in the series, including Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8, Rockboard, Mega Man Power Battle, Mega Man 2 Power Fighters, Mega Man Battle and Chase, Super Rockman Adventure, Chokkan Rockman, Rockman xOver, Rockman Strategy, Megaman and Bass, Rockman the Puzzle Battle, Mega Man Legends 2, and Capcom Quiz Hatena no Daiboken, just to name a few of them. His fight is really fun, and it's also good to see a Robot Master that seems like it would have an actual purpose in the real world. From Mega Man 2 we have Airman. I always really enjoyed Airman's stage. It's a very memorable stage. From the giant head platforms to the small floating platforms going between the clouds. There is a lot to like here. And just like Gutsman before him, he also spawned another amazing song. This time, it's Can't Defeat Airman. Another song that I was obsessed with back in the day. The fight itself I also find really fun with its randomised pattern, but if you do have his correct weakness, he really is a pushover. From Mega Man 3 we have Snake Man. You better be sure you're a fan of snakes because this level is full of them. The whole level itself looks like you're playing inside a giant snake. There's also giant snakes within that giant snake. There's also little snakes that shoot at you from inside the walls. Basically, if you love snakes, this is the level for you. As well as the abundance of snakes though, the level also has some incredible music that's also got a load of really good remixes on YouTube. All in all, it's one of my favourite levels and bosses from the whole of the original Mega Man series. Talking about favourite levels and bosses, this one from Mega Man 4 is my absolute favourite out of any Mega Man game. This is Skullman. The reason it's my favourite is that this is actually the very first Mega Man game and level that I ever played. I actually first played this level when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I remember getting right to the end of Skullman's stage where the sky turns red, and I was absolutely terrified. I didn't actually manage to reach the boss door for a good few years after I'd started playing the game. I was that bad at it, and when I got to the boss, of course, I just died instantly. But I always have really fond memories of Skullman. I think his design is really cool, and it was definitely the most fun to play through for me personally. So that's why I picked Skullman as one of my favourite Robot Masters. Okay, halfway through now, and one of the most interesting Robot Masters and stages. This is Gravity Man. This one was an easy pick for me because I love stages that do something a bit different, and as you can see, changing the gravity made for a pretty interesting stage, even if it is a bit on the easy side. The boss fight is fun too, although it's definitely one of the easiest in the entire series. Why he only fires one bullet, I have no idea. Mega Man 6 now, and I kind of have a confession to make. I only actually played Mega Man 6 for the first time when it came out on the 3DS. It never officially came out in the UK, so I kind of missed out on this one entirely, and don't really have any attachment to any of the Robot Masters. Playing through it for this video though, I have to say that I really enjoyed Windman's stage and fight. Maybe it's just because I love Airman so much, but even on its own it's still a fun and challenging stage. I like the gusts of wind that push you into the air. It makes the level feel a bit more interesting. The fight itself is a lot easier than Airman though. Okay, maybe it's not that much easier. I have a bit of a funny story about Mega Man 7. Back when I played it for the first time, it was actually on an emulator for Windows 98, I think, and I actually thought that the game was fake because it didn't look anything like the other Mega Man games that I'd played. So for the longest time, every time I saw a screenshot from Mega Man 7, I didn't even think it was real. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And my favourite Robot Master from the first 16-bit game in the series is Springman. I know, not the most exciting robot or design, but hear me out. I think the idea of having robots which are basically just children's toys makes for a really interesting idea. Kind of like Toy Story gone evil. The level's really fun, and it's a lot more forgiving than Bounce Man's similar stage in Mega Man 11. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see myself getting really annoyed with this level already. Mega Man 8 now, and this was by far the easiest one to choose. The first time I played Tangu Man's stage, I was absolutely blown away. So many sprites on the screen at once, and then it gets even better. Combining my favourite game series with my second favourite game genre, a Mega Man shoot 'em up, what more could I ask for? This level was really exciting the first time I played it, and it's still one of the best moments in the whole series for me. The boss fight being more than one screen tall actually really surprised me as well. It feels a lot more like something out of Mega Man X than the classic series, and I really enjoyed it. So I love absolutely everything about Mega Man 9, so this was a really tough choice, but I decided to go for Splash Woman, the only female Robot Master in the entire series. The stage itself makes a really cool throwback to Wave Man's stage from Mega Man 5, which I was very excited to see the first time I saw that. And it's also the first stage that I managed to play through entirely without getting hit. Something that I eventually had to do for all the stages to get the achievement. Oh, just thinking about it, I'm having flashbacks. Splash Woman's definitely one of the easier Robot Masters, but it's a great introduction to Mega Man 9. And finally, for Mega Man 10, I've chosen the awesome Solar Man. A robot made to create artificial suns? What could possibly go wrong? Definitely one of the hardest stages in the entire Mega Man series. Solar Man really gave me a lot of trouble when I first played Mega Man 10, but I stuck with it because the music in Solar Man's stage is absolutely outstanding. Possibly the best music in any Mega Man stage ever. And the boss fight is really good too. It reminds me a lot of Pharaoh Man from Mega Man 4, which I also really enjoyed. And he has a pretty cool weapon too, so really can't go wrong with Solar Man. So I really hope you enjoyed that look at my top 10 Robot Masters. Let me know down in the comments whether you agree or disagree with my choices. Hopefully I'll be doing a lot more Mega Man videos in the future. As I'm sure you've seen, I've started doing Mega Man live streams every Monday at 9 PM UK time, so please join me, and I'm going to be playing through every classic game in the Mega Man series. I'm up to Mega Man 2 at the minute, and on Monday I'll be doing Mega Man 3, so hopefully I'll see you there. As always, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!